Here we are in our Brilliant Birds exhibit, which is a mixed aviary with 11 species and 42 individuals in here. It's a great exhibit here to wander around in. You can quite easily come in and not see everything straight away, but you'll be able to hear a lot of our different birds vocalising, and the more time you spend, the more birds will begin to appear. Within this exhibit, it's quite a nice layered exhibit. It's very open at the top, and you can see some of our species such as our lilac-breasted roller, pied imperial pigeons, and our Nicobar pigeons, which do like to spend a lot of time up high. And we have a sort of mid-level canopy of nice-sized trees and plants, whereby we spend a lot of time with our Bali Starlings there, our blue-crowned laughing thrush, even our Mindanao bleeding heart doves. But then down in the bottom level, we have quite a densely planted area for our ground-dwelling species, such as our Socorro doves, our chestnut-back thrush, and our largest and probably most impressive birds, which are our Victoria crowned pigeons. And they will quite happily wander around and try and trip people up. They spend a lot of time around about people's feet. They are one of the most impressive and bold birds within this exhibit. Prior to actually entering into the bird aviary itself, you will come across a series of rather more unusual animals. We have a large colony of leafcutter ants. We have a variety of different fish species, one of which is our archer fish, which are a fantastic species to look out for when they're feeding. And then as you head through that then leads you into the main exhibit of the aviary itself. So this is a mixed species exhibit, and there are several species which are endangered or critically endangered. One of those species is the Bali Starlings. These are a species which you can certainly hear all the time within this exhibit. The reason they are critically endangered is they are found on the island of Bali, so only one location in the world they're found, and they are heavily persecuted for the pet trade. At one point there was only about 10 individuals left in the wild. There has been various reintroductions and breeding schemes with the species, and there's about between 50 and 100 birds at the moment in the wild, and zoos worldwide are part of a programme to breed up this species in order to continue reintroductions into the island of Bali. Other species we have in here which are endangered are our Montserrat Orioles, and these are critically endangered due to volcanic activity on the island of Montserrat, basically destroying their habitats and food sources. The idea is that we will breed them up and maintain a healthy population should any introductions need to be taking place on the islands of Montserrat. Arguably our most endangered bird within the exhibit is probably one of the most difficult to see because it is a little brown dove, and they do spend a lot of time on the ground. But it's a Socorro dove. Now this is the species that we have which is actually extinct in the wild. Again, it's a globally managed programme. We are hoping to at some point do a reintroduction into the wild, but they are doing quite well within zoos, but it's certainly worth having a look at them because they are one of our only species which is extinct in the wild. This is quite an active exhibit all day long. We have that many birds within the exhibit that there's always something to see, and it is one of our few tropical houses within the zoo, so certainly on the winter days, cold, wet, rainy days, it's probably one of the best places in the zoo to spend your time. For more information on our various species and for talk times, please visit our website.